Month ago was the last time when I uploaded the YouTube video. It was the launch of the Path of Exile 2 and I made a prediction. Do you see this number right here? Do you see this number? This is going down. If I stay in PoE 2, this is gonna hit probably 200. I'm fully aware that I should not play this game. Hey Rocktick, you fell off. Hey Rocktick. Hey Rocktick, you fell off. I know I did. I'm fully fucking aware, don't worry. In 1 month, this, I know exactly where I am. And what I am. And where this is gonna go. Fucking trust me, homie. So let's see if my prediction was right. In the past 30 days, I streamed 378 hours. Path of Exile 2 came out a little bit more than a month ago, so I'm definitely over 400 hours of a playtime. And as you can see, my prediction was right. It is not just that I lost the average view count, I'm literally losing followers while playing Path of Exile 2. We are 142% in negative. Homie, when people tried to fucking cancel me, I lost less followers. Do you understand, dude? What are we gonna do about it? Are we gonna stop playing Path of Exile 2? Of course not, what the fuck. Path of Exile 2 is absolutely the best game that I have played this year. It's just that fucking good. So, on the launch of the Path of Exile 2, I decided to play Standard League to learn game mechanics. So I picked Merc, and we reached level 71 on Gemling Legionnaire. While I was playing it, I reached maps pretty much with this guy, right? But every now and then, there was the same question. Eroctic, how many deaths you have? Eroctic, how many deaths you have? Hey Eroctic, how many deaths you have? Hey Eroctic, how many times did you die? They triggered me so fucking much that I simply decided to go play hardcore. But not just any hardcore. Solo, self-found hardcore. I decided to go with a dead eye. In the Act 3, Monkey killed me. You're a god. He's pissed. He's fucking pissed. He's fucking pissed. What up, bitch? Huh? What up, bitch? You're a god. So I rerolled again with the dead eye. My second dead eye also died to the monkey. I spiked legged, so I made the third dead eye, and we reached level 88, rank 9 dead eye in solo self-found hardcore. For solo self-found, like, the best option is to play something absolutely flexible, where it doesn't fucking matter what you have and what you need. Like,
maybe next time, avoid that one.
And I died again. Although, if you pay closer attention, I do not know what the fuck killed me, but something blocked me. There was some kind of a collision in front of me that blocked me and I could not move. So I had to reroll again. And right now, I'm still alive with my level 92 Invoker. And no, we are not playing stuffs like everyone else. I decided to play Lightning Arrow. Right now, I am literally in top 200 as Invoker. Let me just show you my gear. This is the bow. Only level 77, guys. Only level 77. Shitty bow. Shit helmet. Level 59 helmet. Garbage. Trash can. Piece of shit. Armor is kinda good. It's level 20 levels underneath me, but it's okay, dude. My necklace. Garbage. Garbage necklace. Only level 35. I need to fix that. We are playing with Polizia Globin. We have a disc quiver right here. We have this belt right here. We have these gloves right here, and we have these boots right here. I have no rarity on my character at all, and I fucking hate it, dude. My rarity is on 15%. Hopefully, I'll fix it. I don't know. It's hard. I will be making the YouTube video about it, so make sure to subscribe because I'm losing I'm gonna probably lose subscribers with uploading another Path of Exile 2 video, just saying. Right on the beginning of the video, I just wanna talk about action RPG genre in general. A little bit of my perspective towards all of this, because no one is mentioning that and nobody realizes how insanely great job GGG did. Grinding Gear Games created a competition in between themselves. There is no more debate Diablo or PoE. There is no more debate Lost Ark or whatever the fuck versus PoE. There is a PoE 1 versus PoE 2. They can chisel completely two different approaches towards the action RPG, and we, action RPG lovers, we're gonna play both of them, right? But certain people will prefer PoE 1, and certain people will prefer PoE 2. Right now, it's really, really, really early. Let them cook 5 more years, and then you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, they are holding the monopoly over the action RPGs, and I hope that they do not fuck it up. And the another thing is that the content is gonna always feel refreshing, right? We're gonna be jumping in between PoE 1 and PoE 2 constantly. New league in PoE 1, everyone plays PoE 1. New league or new patch in PoE 2, everyone plays PoE 2. There is one more thing that I wanna point out in regards to the Diablo. I do not know, is it just me? I do not have time with checking way too many opinions and thoughts on the internet because I'm way too busy clearing the fucking maps. But does anyone else see extreme similarity and ripping off Diablo 2? Is Path of Exile 2 Chris Wilson's original idea? He always wanted to make Diablo but better. And when I'm playing Path of Exile 2, I'm getting a nostalgic effect of playing Diablo 2. Also, check the quest chains through the story mode. It feels like you're playing Diablo 2, dude. Saving Deckard Cain, are you kidding me, dude? It is so funny how GGG is literally rubbing the obvious in Blizzard's face, and it's just amazing to watch. It's amazing to experience it. You know what I mean? I have a feeling like there is some kind of a secret message in between Chris Wilson and Blizzard. I don't know, dude. Like, I feel that I'm not the only one that has hatred towards the Blizzard and Diablo. But anyways, with that said, let's talk about the visuals of the Path of Exile 2. So, I do not know, do I even need to say anything? The graphics are amazing, animations are amazing. By the way, sound is so fucking good, dude. People tend to play this game with like 50-40% of the audio where you can barely hear the effects and you can just hear your goddamn loot filter. But dude, the atmosphere, the ambient, the sound effect of the skills, it is so ASMR. I love it. Sound guys, I think that those people are getting the least amount of the credit. And by the way, so many people are dying to own that effects. Do you know why? Because you're playing without audio. Audio is everything. Every single thing that is happening on the screen creates audio. Listen to the fucking audio and you won't die. But anyways, okay. Levels, at least through the campaign, they're amazing. Act 3 is starting to be a little bit less developed. It feels a little bit more rushed compared to the visual clarity and the contrasty, vibrant colors in the Act 2 and the Act 1. It is just amazing. And then on the other hand, there is a lot of even maps. Like when you're playing endgame content, maps, I mean waystones, they just feel rushed out. They feel like they did not have enough time and they just slapped the map real quick just to gain on the quantity so we are not playing the same map over and over and over. But honestly, I wish that there are like 3 maps that are really good than having multiple maps that are just tedious. There is a lot of maps where you do not even know, is it a wall, is it a collision, can you go through it, can you not go through it? And when you're in the peak of the combat and you have to like fully focus on every single thing that is happening on your screen, you just get stuck by the bush and you cannot walk through it and you almost die and it's fucking stressful and it's pissing me off. It's really frustrating. So I really, really hope that the developers do revamp those maps that were rushed out. I heard a lot of people complaining about zombies being stuck, and they are thinking that the zombies are the problem and the design of the minions is a problem. And then you have the other guys that are complaining about the shield charge, stacking on every single little hump and bump on the floor. It's not minions, it's not shield charge, it's the level design. Level design needs, there are certain levels that simply need to be revamped. And speaking about shield charge and movement feels amazing. I don't know how it will feel to go play PoE 1 again. I do not know. WASD is so good. And I hope that there is not too much of a code that they have to swap and change in regards to implementing WASD in PoE 1. If that is possible, please, GGG, please. I cannot play click to move anymore. Dude, I don't think. I don't know. I hope it is not that bad. But my whole muscle memory is now in WASD. I'm playing with WASD my whole life, you know? And it feels just, I'm so comfortable with using it. It's just amazing. On the other side, the devs decided not to have movement skills in the game except shield charge. And I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, you have Blink also, but it costs Aura, right? It costs Spirit. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. They want to slow down the game. They're doing their best to slow down the game, but on the end of the day, everyone is still zooming. And on top of that, when you're mapping, it is extremely frustrating to get notification after killing the certain amount of the mobs that there is that one rare on the beginning of the map that you have to go kill again. By the way, pro tip, if that happens to you, if you did not use portals in your map, log out, the game is gonna TP you back in your hideout, and then go back into the portal, so you spawn closer to the rare that you have to kill on the beginning of the map. But yeah, something has to be changed in regards to that, because it is annoying. The map is procedurally generated, at least I'm assuming, so it is not gonna be that difficult for them to add checkpoints in the maps. Checkpoints can work slightly different than in a campaign. For example, don't refill our flasks, don't give us TP to the checkpoint. Don't make the checkpoint TP instant. Make it 2-second cast time so people do not cheese it. Whatever you do, it will be better than the current system right now. Next, I want to talk about mobs and difficulty in general. On the beginning, everyone was ranting how a game is difficult. It is difficult when you are a noob. It's that fucking simple. PoE 2 community figured out what is good, what is not. Everyone is using energy shield. And now the game became way easier. And by the way, when you're comparing Path of Exile 1 early access and Path of Exile 2 early access difficulty, Path of Exile 1 was way harder than Path of Exile 2. Believe it or not. The game was in a way worse state than Path of Exile 2. Way worse. Before, you are playing the map, and you realize you're taking damage but nothing is around you, which means that your character is out of sync, so you had to type /OOS and click enter. That is a short for out of sync. So you had to type that manually in the chat so your character synchronizes with the server. I do not even want to tell you how many times I died in Path of Exile 1 because of out of sync. And the gameplay in general, Path of Exile 1 was way more difficult. It was brutal. Surely Path of Exile 2 has way more mob mechanics. In Path of Exile 1 that was not the case, but the game was more difficult in general. Power creep was just way too low. Path of Exile 1 was difficult all the way until they released Ascendancies. When they released Ascendancies, the game became 10 times easier. And that's a fact. I don't think it is fair to have energy shield buffs all over the place, the skill tree, but not maximum life nodes. Like, I do not know what the hell were they thinking. And I'm just talking about basic bitch passive nodes on the tree. And I do not even want to talk about all of the beautiful auras that are doubling the energy shield. It's just ridiculously overpowered, and it definitely needs fine-tuning. And speaking about life versus ES, I guess it is perfect time to talk about ranged versus melee. Everyone was hyped about melee, and it just feels the same like in PoE 1. I did not play too much. I played like few hours with the melee classes, and it is just not right. It still feels like click to move. I do not know why melee does not have a full control over their character. Why you cannot? Why they have to? I'm assuming that later on they're gonna revamp the melee again, where you can literally move and use your character as a hack and slasher, because that's what I was expecting that it will be. I think everyone else expected that, but that is not the case. And I really hope that they do revamp it right. As soon as they do that, I will be playing melee. And I was afraid that that will not be the case, and I was right. So that's the reason why I never played melee character. Monk is OP, but Monk is OP because of different reasons, not because of a melee, right? With that said, now when we know how to build the character that can survive more than one tap, let's talk about the mobs and bosses in general. I love what they did with the mobs and bosses in Path of Exile 2. First off, let's talk about the bosses. I was not expecting so many bosses during the campaign, and I fucking love it. Every fucking 15 minutes there is a new goddamn boss that you have to learn. And it is not just that. Every single boss has insane amount of the skills that they're using constantly and even simultaneously. Like they're even casting multiple skills at once. I just love it. I love how intense they are. I love how deadly they are. They're gonna probably buff them a little bit more, but you know what I mean. The attacks of the bosses feel really, really, really good. And it is really satisfying to fight them. And the whole atmosphere is amazing. The animations are amazing. Surely there are like some bugs and glitches and shit and whatnot. But in general, 10 out of 10. Fucking loving every single boss that I fought so far. Let me be clear. There are bugged bosses that are absolutely brutal and broken. But that will be fixed. In the latest patch, they did fix the Titan one shot, I think. They should also fix the gorilla, because gorilla also has offset with the goddamn animations. But anyways, the rares feel like mini bosses. I love it. I fucking love it. It is so much more satisfying to kill, like, you know, multiple mini bosses, and then sometimes you have a big boss. And I also like how maps, some of the maps have bosses, some of them don't, so you kind of have to chase them down to sustain the map levels and stuff like that. I like that part. White mobs. I love how many skills and synergies and mechanics white mobs have in between each other. Like you have like a one big leader that is spewing corrupted blood, and then if that corrupted blood hits you, you're gonna get corrupted blood. If it hits their minion, that minion is gonna become enraged and empowered, and it is gonna be even more brutal. Like there is so many little details on the mechanics on the white mobs. It's fucking amazing. Although the thing that I do not like is that their leader, that is a little bit more powerful than the little ones, I don't think that they should be white mobs. I think there should be a special rarity of that mob. It is not rare, it is not magic. It is something new. Champion, whatever the fuck you wanna call him, it doesn't matter. Leader of the pack should have a different name. Just so it is easier for the new player to understand that, okay, this guy might be tricky. Once when you learn mob mechanics, you already know what they are gonna do, right? But as a new player, I would really like that new special skull, special frame, something indicates that that is a leader of a pack and it's a little bit trickier than the rest of the bunch. And one more thing in regards to the mobs and fighting the mobs in general, I think it is clear as day. I don't even think that I need to talk about it, but indicators on the floor do not exist. Like certain maps, we're gonna go back all the way back on rushed out maps and slap them together. The indicators on the floor, they need to be more transparent. They need to be more obvious. Although some people still die to fucking lava in a goddamn vault boss, but hey, there are certain maps that have grass, that have green floor, right? And then the mob is gonna make a huge AoE acid pull on the floor that is also green. There is no chance in hell that you're gonna see it. I understand that it's like a double-edged sword, right? You cannot have a beautiful world, a really nice visual clarity, and it's really hard to balance it. I understand the devs, they're in a really, really weird situation. But yeah, give us a slider to make stuff more emissive. Just put the goddamn multiplayer on a variable. I don't know. Figure something out, please. Now I'm gonna give a few words about crafting. I do not like current state of crafting at all. I'm gonna make a separate video with my in-depth analysis, but this right here, I was expecting that we were gonna be like, you know, a little bit less in the hideout and a little bit more in the maps, but that's not the case. You still need to be in the goddamn town crafting and reforging and nini-nana, nunu-nana. Like, homie, this right here, what I'm doing is pretty much collecting the bases of the items, and then I'm just, when I collect 3, I reforge them. SSF hits different. But the only thing that I want to say in this video, because it is going to probably have the most views, I've heard a lot of suggestions in regards to the crafting. We don't need crafting station. We do not need alteration orbs. We do not need anything. We do need more good base drops on the maps. And we do need to have the ability to unsocket the sockets from the gear. As a SSF player, it is ridiculously difficult to balance this out. And on top of that, it is ridiculously difficult to get good items to craft. Charge us for removing the sockets, have some kind of a special currency that needs to be used to remove the socket. We must have the ability to unsocket the gems, because it is ridiculous. As I said, I'm gonna make a separate video in regards to the crafting, because there is a fuck ton of things that I want to talk about. Right now, there is not too many people complaining about crafting because nobody is crafting. Everyone is buying their items for 1 exalted on standard. 90% of a community does not care about crafting. Because he's gonna be like, oh, I cannot craft it, let me just buy it for 1 exalted. But 20 of us that are playing SSF hardcore, we feel that pain. How difficult it is. It is stupid difficult to craft the usable item. So yeah, if you're a new player, I would strongly recommend you to stay away from the SSF. If you want to play hardcore, go play hardcore. If you want to play softcore, go softcore. But currently, you should be playing Trade League, because SSF is just way too frustrating in regards to gear progression. Okay, now let's talk about the end game. I really like the new way how there is no more named maps, but there are waystones, and you can use those waystones on the map that you want to play. Yes, you're still forced to play the certain maps, but at least you have that power with changing the modifiers if the map is tricky, right? As a ES character, I cannot play Burning Grounds. Now, if you have a Burning Grounds in open map with the nice floor like Fortress, then I have no problems with playing Burning Grounds, right? But if it's a Burning Ground on goddamn Seepage, that is like Catacombs, dude, and everything is choke pointy or Val Factory, then I cannot play Burning Grounds, right? I love how they splitted the names of the maps with the difficulty and the explicits, right? Although towers are boring and tedious. I do not like the way how towers are working. I would rather have some kind of a boss fight on the goddamn top of the tower every single time than playing the goddamn boring ass shit. I mean, the thing is, the way how I'm running my towers is I'm always running them with the tier 11 maps, so I get level 75 Sanctum tokens, right? But other than that, it is just like whatever, dude. I do not like towers at all. I wish they changed something about them. In regards to the league mechanics, I mean, it's not league. In regards to the mechanics, like expeditions, I really love how they feel in the maps. I really like how they are spawning randomly and how you can manipulate with, special prefixes and suffix stats on the towers in regards to that. But the thing that I do not like is how difficult it is to obtain the items from them. Like, for example, homie, because I'm playing SSF and I have difficult times with, obtaining gear, I literally spec'd into the essences, and here and on top, I'm just not getting greater essences. They do not exist. I use like 1 or 2 maybe. Imagine, you spec into them, they just do not drop. It's not worth it. You're getting a bunch of this shit, and yes, I know you can use 3 to, put inside of the reforging for a chance to get greater. It is just not good. It just feels underwhelming. Delirium Destils also. Homie, the only ones that I'm getting are like Ire and Guild. That's it. Like the difference in between getting them on tier 1 and tier 15 maps is the same. I have never seen the last 4 jobs. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I doubt it. I always reach like level 3, level 4 inside of the tier 15 maps. Envy, Paranoia are like the highest tiers that I got. It's stupid, it's insane. I do not know. And also, expedition vendors, I do not know what else to say, but I have a perfect bow to show you. This is it. This is crafting with the expedition right here. They need to buff the expedition crafting. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm assuming that the devs hammered everything to the ground so we can complain. And then based on our complaints, they're gonna buff shit up. So here we go, dear devs, I'm complaining. Please, if you have any power, influential power, please complain about mechanics. They are underwhelming.
Please, I'm desperate. I'm desperate, dude.
There is a bunch of things that I still wanna talk about and cover, but you're gonna have to wait for the new video. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Expect way more content in regards to the pet of Exile 2 on this channel. Please do not unsubscribe. I'm streaming on twitch.tv/Euroctic. Thank you guys for watching and see ya in the next one. Euroctic out.